Yeah. DTF Radio, Vibe Out Thursdays, every Thursday, 4 to 7 from your favorite host, Scooty B. Lynn, my co-host is Dawson's Keisha, and we also got the official DJ chef. Yo, DJ Daffy, he was wilding on them too.
Wilding.
OD.
Good looking, you know,
You just chilling?
It's cool.
I think Daffy, is like, shame.
Oh, he playing different today.
Playing, he in the back, he's like, yo, I got a wild out today.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
If you know, Daffy be playing classics. He was doing some new shit today, man.
Shakespeare in the building, man. What's up, man?
That's what's up, man. Here's the topic that we're going to get into a couple things. We're going to touch a little touchy topic right now. We all know the infamous Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? R.I.P. to the king right now. He's basically, right now, I'm calling him the king of New York for this music shit. I'd rather call him that than 6ix9ine. Anyway. Now, you know, and this is by, Miss 2B's off of the source, July 9th, 2020.
Okay.
5 men arrested for Pop Smoke's murder, right? So, according to this, the Los Angeles police have 5 people in custody in connection to Pop Smoke's murder. 3 adult males and 2 juvenile males were arrested, while all other details are under wraps, right? Now, the LAPD detective have arrested 3 adult males and 2 juvenile males related to the February 19th murder of Bashar Jackson, a New York-based rapper. Bashar? I didn't know that. You know what I mean? A New York rapper known as Pop Smoke. We will provide further details as they become available. This is what the LAPD tweeted. Now we got LAPD on Twitter. What the fuck is going on?
I mean, to be honest, you have anything that's major does have a Twitter. They probably don't have an Instagram or even Facebook, but Twitter is actually major out there. Hence the reason why I'm on Twitter. I'm trying to be as active as possible. Like, if you trending on Twitter, it's a plus. You feel me? If you're doing a lot, if you try to make yourself out there, Twitter is definitely the outlet for that. To everyone out there that's on my Instagram live right now, or you're online, you're on Facebook, anything like that, I want you guys to definitely go ahead, download that app. If you're not on the app right now, download that app. It's in the App Store. It's definitely on Apple. Go ahead and download that. Google Play, definitely. Also, Mr. James said Twitter is the new CNN. Respectfully, 100%. If you want to know what's trending, what's going on, make sure you have a Twitter. Yeah, go to trending. Everything is right there. I promise you. Tommy, what's up? Look, I see you. But we're gonna go back to school to talk to us. What's happening?
All right. So, this is also, you feel me? This is also what's going on with his situation, right? Okay. So, previous reports suggested that the COVID-19 pandemic slowed down the investigation, but Stephen Victor recently revealed that they were closer than a few months ago to getting justice for the beloved Brooklyn rapper. The New York rapper was gunned down in a rented Beverly Hills residence, but oddly, the early morning 911 call came from the East Coast. When LAPD arrived on the scene, he was found suffering from multiple wounds and was pronounced dead at the hospital. His debut album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, was released on July 3rd. The star-studded collection features 50 Cent, Quavo, Tiger, Roddy Ricch, and more. The deluxe version is scheduled to be released on Pop Smoke's 21st birthday. So now I want y'all to understand, he also dropped the album, but now we're also about to receive a deluxe album from the kid. You know what I mean? Like, even when he's gone, he's still touching hearts, still making music. Like, long live Pop Smoke. Like, we ain't gonna get there.
So to chime in on that, I stay on social media because as a DJ, that's how you stay relevant, you stay up to date with a lot. And I've seen a lot of people talk about, turn your mic up. A lot of people have been saying that Pop Smoke album is good, it's cool, it's okay. I'm gonna say this much. Album for this year, the only album that I would say is comparing with this album currently is Roddy Ricch's album. That's the only album that I would say is comparing. Now, I'm not the Source, I'm not BT, I'm not none of these, but for someone who loves music, who understands music, who gets music, the only album that I know for a fact that is coming close or is running neck to neck with Post is Roddy Ricch's album. I feel like a lot of people hate just because they can hate, just because they have a voice, but they're not being real about the whole situation. Like, yo, there's songs obviously that you might not like, you might not be feeling, but the album is a solid album. If I was to rate the album, I would give the album a solid 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, he touched everything. He did the, you know what I'm saying, he did the Latin, you know, he did the gangster, he did the little R&B. Like, he switched it up. You know what I'm saying? And what everyone keeps forgetting is this guy is really 20 years old. 20 years old, and he's making noise. Crazy.
Still making noise.
You feel me? He passed away and album was doing numbers, 225K first week. Crazy. You feel me? So for all those haters out there, for those people who think, oh, because I have a voice and I want to hate, the album is not trash. If you haven't heard the album, give the album a download, give it a listen. It's valid. Take that from me. I don't listen to trash. The album is super valid to me.
But to touch on your topic, right?
Yes, sir.
You can't say that they're haters, right? I wouldn't call them haters.
Right.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Correct.
You feel me? So, great. I listen to the whole Pop Smoke album. I like the album. But do I like every song on the album? No. You feel me? It's like a good, probably like 3-4 songs that I can really listen to over and over.
Yeah.
Everything else is like, alright, it's on the album, I'll bump it just because. Right? So I know that's what I said. I wouldn't, but that go back, like, everybody's preference when it comes to music is like, it's different. You get what I'm trying to say? That's like right now, we in New York, we on the ride here. Or you hear the shit, T.I. and 50? T.I. and 50, you know there's no comparison.
We can start talking about that right now.
No, we're gonna get on that. Because that's actually the next one.
Y'all is fucking fuck out. Like,
so now we just want to sit there and say that. I'm gonna say that to say this, like, I wouldn't call them a hater, give them a chance to speak their opinion. Everybody's entitled, their opinion is not always right, but their opinion is not always wrong. It's my belief.
But respectfully, let me ask a question. What's wrong with the album? Overall?
I feel like a lot of people like his other albums too.
Okay.
Because every song on that album was hitting. Like, I downloaded the whole album, and I can say I actually like every song on it.
Okay.
Now, with this album, I'm not saying it's trash because it's actually some good valid songs on it that would actually bump. But I just felt like it could have been better.
Okay.
Just like I felt like with Ace Boogie, I felt like his other album was a lot stronger than the couple of albums that he came back to back.
Okay.
So
let me explain something that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to the music industry. When it comes to the music industry, your first and your second album, usually your first album is you.
Right.
Your second album is your label. When I say your label, for those who don't understand what I mean by that, it's whatever they pick. It's whatever they want. That's what goes on your album. So a lot of people be like, yo, a lot of these people, their mixtape is better than their album, or their first album is their best album, whatever the case is. Unless you're an indie artist and you're pushing yourself, usually that's what happens because your record label now is in control of what is heard on your album. You feel me? Hence the reason why I could not, for his record label to push that, I mean, 50 Cent was co-producing, but for his record label to push that out, it's a solid album. Hands down. You feel me? No argument there.
No, it's not. It is a solid album. You feel me?
So Castle said this. Castle said this album is unexpected because it shows his versatile way of rapping in different genres of beats, which is exactly what I just said. Like not for nothing, you're not hearing none of these rappers out here. Granted, I can't say none, but one or two that will put out a record with a Latin person. Not only that, listen to his voice. His son is doing R&B. He took a classic and brought it back around. How can you hate on that? How can you feel a way about that? How can you say the album is trash when you have come on, the Whoop? Like, come on, that's an instant classic right there.
Yeah, but what you may like, somebody else may not.
But if you understand music, what's there not to like? But that's what I keep asking. I'm not saying you have to like every song, but for a person to say the album is trash, you can't jack it, I feel like you're a hater.
I mean,
that's just me.
That's an opinion.
That's just me. That's the reason why I said that's just me. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying for you to say that album is trash, you're a hater.
But then also on the other hand, I feel like a lot of people, I won't call them haters, but I feel like also a lot of people is really shagging that out because he's dead. And I feel like
that's true.
I feel like when you're dead, you make more money and your ratings go from here to here because now you're gone. Just like when Michael Jackson died, he was known all over, his music was good, but when he died, do you know how much money he made after he died? Because everybody was playing his music back to back to back to back. So when he died, the music was just playing back to back to back, everybody. So he made more money and everything because he's dead, and I feel like a lot of people are just jacking it off because he's dead. And I feel like it shouldn't be like that. I'm not gonna say, like, once again, I'm not gonna say people that say this music is trash or the album is trash, it's haters. I'm just thinking they voice their opinion, they're not gonna hold back because the man is dead. So they're not gonna be like, oh well, he's dead, let me just, put some clout to it and be like, oh yeah, this shit is lit. Nah, they just saying the truth and they like, yo, I don't like this album. Which they entitled to their opinion. That's what I feel like.
I mean, Daffy, you standing over there pretty quiet. You a DJ. Shout out DJ Daffy, you got the special guest DJ.
DJ Daffy, word.
Alright, now, to be honest, the album was fire. I don't care what nobody saying the album was fire.
I agree.
My thing was, I feel like you should have used more New York rappers. I feel like it should have been more in-house. Instead of, I get what 50 did. Don't get me wrong, I get that he got, the celebs involved and whatnot, but I feel like you also gotta understand his era. There's not one artist from his era on that tape.
From whose era?
So, you got Rowdy Rich, okay, cool. But
you got Rowdy, you got Quavo, you got Tory.
I don't really consider that his era. I think that's before him. I think his era is TJ, his era is, I feel like his era is TJ, his era is A-Book.
I get what you're saying.
Oh, you say New York. Though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But his era is that Quavo, Tory, and all of that. But his region would be New York region. You mean like you wanted more New York rappers? I can respect that, but
that's the only thing I feel like he should have added like 2-3 more songs with a couple New York rappers just to be like, all right, let me pay homage to my city. Nothing else other than that. The album's fine.
Okay, respectfully. Y'all got anything y'all want to say? Please call in 347-721-3161 and download that DTF radio app on Google Play and the App Store. Let's stop playing with it, man. If y'all can't hear the phone calls, please don't hit us up saying we cannot hear. We told you multiple times every week from 4 to 7, download that app. Stop playing. Download that app. Now, we want to move on to the next subject. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. We'll be on to the next. Now, this one is also by the source, but this article is by Shabi Allah, July 9th, 2020, right? And this is the whole versus T.I. and 50 Cent. And we gonna sit there and say when 50 Cent don't play fair.
50 Cent is a troll. Alright, let's get this correct. He trolls everybody. Like
50 Cent don't play fair, period.
That man has
never
nothing better to
do.
Big Queen shit. Southside shit. Come on. So now what we gonna talk about is 50 Cent posts, right? So that's why I say 50 Cent don't play fair. 50 Cent posted T.I.'s Crime Stopping clip in response to Versus challenge, right? I don't understand what I don't know why the other man want to do a versus. My son is up there posting other things, and 50 Cent is different.
I mean, you gotta understand. So yeah, he wants to do a versus, but 50 is also about ratings. Everything that 50 Cent does, he does for ratings. No matter, you can argue all you want. 50 would probably never. He don't have a personal problem with you, but he will make it a problem just so his ratings goes up, so you can view him more. Right. That's what trolling does.
Just like he said a comment where, Lil Tucci, got his own little podcast going on, and it say black women is angry or black women is this. No. I don't hear white men say it. You got Italians that love black women, and not one time I ever heard an Italian man say, "Oh, I don't like Italian women because Italian women do this," or a white man says they date a black woman or out they race, and they saying they don't do that. It's within the black culture that do that, and I find it crazy because black women always stand up for their black men and praise them, and yes, they do. You have some that do. You may not got all, but you got some that actually do and put them on that pedestal. And it seems crazy to me because black men always disrespect black women when it comes to them dating a different type of woman or any type of thing like that. They talk about how we look. Don't raise your hand, put that hand back down. They talk about I'm gonna get to you, gonna get to you, whatever you guys say. But I feel like it shouldn't become a point when you're disrespecting your lineage. Remember, you come from a black woman too. So it's like you're disrespecting that woman that you came out of at the end of the day. I just feel like it shouldn't always be that. You could date who you date, you could like who you like, but it shouldn't become a point where you're just bashing black women because of you're dating this exotic. I think black women are very exotic. They are exotic, alright? Don't y'all black men don't get fucking twisted now. We are exotic in every type of way.
I know, the headaches be exotic.
Go ahead. But that happens with every woman. You can't just label and say only the black woman race is a headache. Spanish woman is a headache. It don't matter. Women is women. Exactly.
But I'm raising my hand again.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? But now let's really talk about it before we get into this article. I got a question for this one.
Okay.
Now, as black women that be bashing black men all day, every day, right? As soon as that black man go to a white girl, why he go to the white girl for? Why not? Y'all treating that man like shit. Now, as soon as he go to the other race, now he's wrong. Now he's a sellout. Right or wrong? Let's talk about it.
Yes, you do got women that say that. You do got women that say that.
So maybe maybe when whoever said that, was it 50 that said that?
Yeah, 50
right,
said that.
So now if 50 said that, right? Maybe he didn't specify what he was saying, but y'all know who he talking about. Right? Like 6 months said on his live, right? Y'all understand, but y'all don't want to understand. So, right?
That is a fact.
So let me chime in.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Chef.
So 50 said, and I quote, black women are upset at exotic women.
We're angry.
Of course.
They're angry. Now, let me say something about that. I would never say that black women are upset at exotic women because black is exotic.
Right.
For me, I would say more so black and Latin are more aggressive as females when it comes to races. Like a black woman or a Latin woman would be more outspoken, or they would be more vocal than Caucasian or Indian. They're known for saying exactly how they feel more than everybody. Like I said, they're more vocal. Now, 50 could say that. Do you have to agree? No. That's his opinion, and that's probably something that he dealt with as a male dealing with an African American female. Right. So he's going based off of how he feels. So we got a call coming in, caller.
Then you call it DTF Radio about Thursday, man. Actually call it.
Yo, Cass,
Cass on and check.
Oh,
what you got to say about this?
Talk about Queens, you said? Okay. 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 Okay, fair enough. But I feel like, I mean, being that you switch from the women to this, I would say this. I'll say this. Respectfully, T.I. can't go head to head, hit for hit with 50 Cent.
It's not happening.
What? Excuse me?
Not happening, bro.
What happened? Yeah, so I'm saying, anyone who knows music, who's been following hip hop, who has followed T.I., who's followed 50 Cent, you cannot say that T.I. and 50 Cent is a fair matchup. Like, to me, personally, I notice I say personally, 50 hit for hit, T.I.'s out of here. Out of here. Like, and I'm not even talking about like his recent albums. I'm talking about 50's old album, like The Massacre. You feel me? Get Rich or Die Trying. Those two albums alone would outdo T.I. You feel me? I'm not talking about the features that he has. That's not even on his albums. It's mixtapes. We're not even talking about when 50, y'all forgot when 50 Cent first came out, 50 Cent disrespected every hip hop artist that was alive or was relevant. Every hip hop artist. Let's not forget this. Like, y'all keep forgetting who 50 Cent is. Like, stop sleeping on this man. Like, he's different.
Very.
You feel me? And I'm not saying that T.I. don't have songs in his catalog, because he does. What you know about, bring him out. Like, he has different, but to go against 50?
I mean, T.I. has club babies.
I mean, it's hits. It still hits. But not as much as 50.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you heard about me.
I mean, you were just bumping the whole match.
Come on. Like, it's not even fair. It's honestly not even fair for T.I.
Somebody said on my Instagram 50 trash.
I mean, that's their opinion.
They from Staten Island.
But that obviously that person does not follow music.
Simple. All right. Thank you, Castle, for calling in. We're gonna end this real quick.
Bye, Castle.
Like, you cannot. First of all, you call somebody like 50 Cent trash when it comes to music, you're bugging out. But like we was just singing in the song, we was just in the car right now, and we were talking about it. I guarantee you cannot sing a T.I. song from beginning. I'm talking about from intro to end. Who don't know Many Men and can go from beginning to end? Who don't know Wayne? So who don't know P.I.M.P.?
That's my shit.
Let's talk about it. And y'all want this man to go up against T.I.? Maybe T.I. King of the South. I don't even know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know about that. Let's talk about that.
Nah, that's true. I could bump a couple of T.I. songs, but not all his songs I actually like. Like, I don't even like Rubber Band Man song. I don't even know. I hated that song with a passion.
Like, come on.
All right. Real quick before my computer died. You gonna talk about the movie that we were talking about top of your head. This started a whole thing.
So what happened?
T.I.'s in trouble. T.I.'s in trouble. Right now, T.I.'s in trouble. But we're gonna talk about 50 Cent real quick. We're gonna get back at this, right? So the battle is 50 Cent's middle name, right? And just because T.I. isn't scared of hip hop's bully, I said that he's a bully.
50 is a bully.
He Queen shit, Southside shit, man. No, cold. Southside, we outside, no favors, we shit, I'm Jack Marshall. But listen, so that doesn't mean that the potential career-threatening event might not take place, right? So now it also goes down on 45th birthday, T.I. challenged the hip-hop and silver screen mogul to a versus battle. Even going as far as saying he could go hit for hit with Mr. Jackson 50 Cent, right? Mr. Jackson 50 Cent initially joked it off by firing back with a clip of Mr. Harris in his Atlanta Crime Stoppers commercial, which was part of T.I.'s probation's condition, right? Then he showed the video of it. I'm mad I cannot see the video. I'm gonna watch it. I can't. Then it said T.I. responded with his own post, stating he takes 5th Crime Stopper post as an acceptance challenge, right? Then it goes on. He also made it point to address that snitching implied by 50 that actually turned the question to a 50 about condemned Supreme Team head Kenneth McGriff, right? That's
Big Queens.
Big Queens. Big Queens. I'm scared of them. Supreme was enacted in the movie Get Rich or Die Trying as a character Majestic. As far as the clip goes, it's cute, old, outdated, and poor taste, much like the catalog at 50 Cent. However, I prefer facts, he said, and the facts remains. I have never given any information to any form of law enforcement at any time in life to give anybody any time for any crime. Supreme told me to ask at 50 Cent if he can say the same. Woo! Looks like what would be one of the most interesting versus battles yet. Date time has yet to be confirmed. Now, 50 Cent, can you confirm that, buddy man, if you ever listen to this show?
I mean, 50 has actually. So this is not the first time that 50 Cent has been asked this question, and he actually proved that he hasn't. Whenever you snitch, there's always a record. There's always black and white paperwork showing that you said something. He's shown on countless occasions that he has never. Is he dry snitching? Some will argue and say yes, because he put that in the movie. He has songs about it, so on and so forth. But guess what? That's what rap is about. Every rapper there is either they dry snitch on themselves, they dry snitch on somebody else, they dry snitch on their crew, whatever you want to call it. Rapping, you're not supposed to tell. You're not gonna run to the cops and be like But if you listen to music and you know what they're talking about, you know exactly what's happening. Let's be real.
Understood. That's how you go. Daphne, how you feel about that whole situation?
To be honest, I don't see anything wrong with what 50 doing. It's all part of the game.
That's how it
goes. You gotta understand. Now, if you're a real 50 Cent fan, this was always part of his game.
Yes.
From day one. Like, I even put it on the live thing, How to Rob. That was the first trolling thing in the 90s. Was it 90s?
In the 90s. That's what
that was the first trolling song. He trolled
describe
how to rob everybody.
Artists.
So that's
been part of his game.
You never hear that song? My fault. You never hear that song? I'll teach you how to rob. What he said? I was going to rob 69. And he was going to tell at the end, I was going to rob Young Melly.
It's something like that, but when we get the call, I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. Like, and it's the song actually was a great song. Like, the song wasn't even trash. How to Rob is fire. Like, it makes sense. Yeah. Like, it makes you think, like, yo, like he really sat here and planned this shit out. Like 50 is different. Let me tell you.
Somebody said 50 is a great producer as far as rapping now.
That person is younger. That person is guaranteed under the age of 25. Ask them how old they are right now. I guarantee they're under the age of 25.
I mean, they can hear you. I'm going to wait for that response.
I guarantee. Listen.
Beg for mercy, get rich without trying.
Forget that. Like, forget that. Like, you gotta. First of all, you gotta think about the way how 50 came up, how he made it. Like, not only did he take music and make his life better, but then he took music and he did producing and he's got movies, he's doing shows.
Right.
Like, his music is everywhere. Like, Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday is a classic. How could you say his hip hop is trash? It's a classic. PIP is a classic. Many Men, you can play Many Men in Cali.
Bro, you got Many Men playing in Soca.
Like, come on, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, certain people cannot speak hip hop because they don't understand the culture. They think tip drill music is hip hop. And I'm not throwing shots at nobody because everything is not for everybody, but understand the culture first before you speak.
Nah, it's not throwing shots, bro.
You feel me?
You gotta let them know you're wrong. Drill is not the same as what 50's producing.
Exactly.
It's not. It is not the same. It's night and day. That's the problem. You're not letting them know.
Amazon said candy shit. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, don't ever, first of all, 50 is big Queens, he's big New York. Don't ever disrespect 50 like that. Whoever that followers, let them know. They can have a side conversation with me. I'll educate them so they can understand how it goes, but they can't
Follow the official DJ Chef if you need to be educated about 50 Cent. I mean, he will sit down and tutor you guys on what and what not to say about music. And then he'll just and then you're gonna have the para DJ Daffy come in and kindly escort you guys to the bathroom when you got it.
Forbidden from Florida said 50 just not for everyone. He's really not. Because he's a troll and he's a bully. Everybody don't like a bully.
But here's the thing. This is what I don't understand. Right? Yeah, everybody sit there and say 50's a troll, 50's a bully. But they jack 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is no better. 6ix9ine is doing this. Right now.
I don't really have nothing to say about 6ix9ine. Like I don't he's not in my laptop respectfully. Like it's just not my, you know what I'm saying? Like
6ix9ine is for kids.
I know he's for people who don't understand
He's
the
for the
culture.
Latin community too, because all the Latin communities still support him as well.
That's a fact. He's for people who don't understand the culture. Like who is following and trolling with 6ix9ine? It's rich white kids, rich black kids, kids who don't really understand what it is, what the game is about, how hip hop originated, where hip hop came from. They don't understand the culture. Like, come on, son. I was watching this documentary the other day on Netflix, and it's like, yo, I know for a fact that 6ix9ine could never be in this documentary because, bro, you're everything hip hop does not stand for. Do we? Guess what? People are gonna be like, oh, Chef, you're a hater. Chef, you did. Chef, nah, I'm not a hater. Does he make songs that's catchy and give you a good vibe? 100%. You cannot take that from him. But he does not understand the culture. And you can't jack something you don't understand. That's like me saying I'm a sneakerhead and I shop at Payless. What are you saying to me? You don't understand sneakers. You don't understand where it originated from. You can't talk to me about something you don't know. Not because you could have 60 pairs of Payless shoes and you be like, I'm a sneakerhead. Are you really a sneakerhead? No, because you don't understand the culture.
So I got a question.
What's up?
Okay. So you see how I told you about 6ix9ine and him and the whole snitching thing. I had a real deep conversation with somebody about the whole snitching thing. Now, snitching originated when? Where? How? How did it originate?
Italians. It originated from Italians.
From Italians. Okay. So, what? Anyways, so say y'all was in 6ix9ine predicament, right? Now, he went to jail, he snitched, time off, all his niggas in jail, doing time. Now, say that was y'all, right? And y'all had issues with Trey, whatever his name is. Yeah. And, you know, y'all wasn't really cool. Y'all was just in it for the money, you know, this and that, or whatever like that. Y'all telling me that, mind you, he wasn't, you know, 6ix9ine was not in no gang or nothing. He's not blood, he's not crip. That nigga is neutral as whatever. Only reason why he claimed it is because that's what he hang with. Now, if you and a person is not cool like that, right? Come down to it. Y'all telling me that I'm gonna snitch.
So you ready for me to answer that question? Because I've been asked this question multiple times. So let me answer that. And I'm gonna answer it the best way possible so everybody out there who doesn't understand the culture can understand. When you're a part of something, you're a part of something. When you believe in something, you don't lose jacket for the money. When he was with Trey Bloods, he wasn't just affiliated. He was actually a part of that group. He was, so understanding gangs is a whole different topic.
Right.
And we don't even have enough time for that, honestly. But let's separate that. As a real solid street person or as a real solid dude, you don't snitch, period. Solid. Guess what? There's multiple artists out there who could have snitched. There's artists who was locked up, who's still locked up. Because they're not talking, because they don't want to talk. It's understanding the culture.
So you're going down for a whole nigga, not cool with just making money.
They're
You didn't do shit.
You're going down for your name. It's not even about them. It's not even about them because guess what? That person's gonna end up getting big. Once you solid, it will be followed up. Understanding the culture is what I keep saying. Like, if you know what I say, understand the culture. Like, you know how many people, quote unquote, have beef with Chef? But I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm gonna let my peoples handle what they have to handle and do what they have to do. Go ahead, get that quote.
It's going DTF Radio about Thursday, man. That's what's going.
J.O.
Hey,
I said J.O. in the bill, what's up?
J.O., we can't hear you.
What you saying?
Respectfully. It's over. Exactly. All right. How many dudes have gotten shot? How many dudes have gotten shot? They know who shot them.
Fuck all that bullshit. I'm snitching. I don't give a fuck. I'm snitching.
Exactly. That's my point.
No, J.O., we got beef.
But
I'm gonna text
there's a
you.
thin line with that, though. There's a thin line with that.
So, alright, so again, J.O. understands what I'm saying. At the same time, you gotta understand, like he said, like you put yourself in that position.
Thank you, J.O. for calling.
Right.
You put yourself like even if it was supposed to be, oh, I came because you wanted me to be a part of your team, you still had the right to say yes or no. You decided that I want to be a part of this game. I want to be a part of this team.
True.
I wanna be a part of the whatever happens. Guess what? When he was talking that shit to all these rappers from Chicago, whatever the case is, Trey was right there.
But we been knew this nigga was a clown when he first came
But he
out.
was
though.
jacking
No,
up.
he wasn't about nothing
Here's
when
my
he
thing,
first
though.
came out.
Here's my thing with that same exact situation.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was talking about, oh, you ain't gangster, you ain't tough. Why are we paying him any mind? He's in Chicago wildin'. Oh, you
Okay.
not tough. Hold on.
Go
You're
ahead.
not tough. You're not gangster. Why are we paying you mind? You in Florida wildin'. You go on what's the name block or old block talking all crazy. But I all knew. Now, here's where he get a change of heart. Beat his ass. Basically trained his baby moms. Try to extort him. Now, with all that going on, as a solid person, retaliation time. Cool. Consider the fact that y'all was already saying he wasn't tough from the beginning. So you would really expect him to do that?
Can't
Right,
Jackie.
exactly.
Can't Jackie. You want me to tell you why can't Jackie? Who bust shots after whatchamacallit when they came to New York?
Hold on. This is where, again, here's my point. I agree with you. As a solid dude, 110%. Now, here's where I look at people being solid and people only doing stuff because it's a cash cow. Now, you telling me you see, dude, your cash cow, your breadwinner, wilding up and down the street, drinking, doing all types of things, you're not gonna put him in check? The last time I checked, when I came up, if I had an OG and I was bugging, he's yo, let me holler at you real quick.
Yeah, he gonna
He's
put
packing
you
you up,
Yeah.
put you in check. Why these 40-year-old men letting this 20-year-old kid do that?
But
I can't respect that. I'm
Again,
sorry.
I
You
get
can't
it.
take
That's true.
You can't call me. You can't threaten me as a tough guy. As yeah, I'm an OG, I'm Treyway. But then you let this 20-year-old guy.
But you gotta remember, 6ix9ine is
Who's
the
the
biggest fucking troll.
Yeah, he's a big.
biggest
Respectfully,
fucking troll.
respectfully.
That makes me question you as a
Yeah, exactly, yes, you're right.
Listen,
That
If I'm running the show and I'm letting, all right, that's the
his
person.
OG is trash. OG
Check him, he's bugging.
Exactly.
Where's all that energy at?
Agreed. Hold on, definitely.
Now you mad because he snitched? You know that.
Well, hold on.
You know he's a snitch.
He's not that, right?
Hell yeah, because it's true.
So how let me ask you a question. How did we know that 6ix9ine was a snitch before he snitched?
And you don't listen.
The very same thing you said earlier. Everybody, what do you call it when you say the reps? Everybody dry snitch.
Exactly.
That's snitching and dry snitching is two different things.
But then you can look at him and see he gonna be a snitch. We knew he was a clown before this nigga even came out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, when I first of all, if you understand and you know Treyway, they don't accept certain things in their game. Period.
So if they don't,
so
if they don't accept certain things in their game, why they was letting him do all this trolling, going up to Chicago, doing all this extra stuff, and you got your OG having you do all these things, and then
so you gotta understand.
Snitch, it's a problem.
So you gotta understand when it came to 6ix9ine, and when it came to Treyway, and when it came to Chief Keef, because you gotta understand now, this is where everything gets.
Somebody said he could snitch. That's not his man's.
Okay, so this is where everything gets funny.
Can I say something? Please? Can I say something, please? And I'm gonna talk from an experience of doing it big. Because half the people that's probably sitting there saying this never even been to detention in school. You feel me? Now let's be real.
I just said that.
But hold on.
I just said that.
All right, but now understand something, right? You have money, right? It's called an appeal.
Okay.
You sit up for a good 3, 4, 5 years, and you fight for that appeal. Not even 9 out of 10 times. If you do your situation right, you're going to win that appeal. Granted, right? I have money. I didn't say nothing. Do you know how many people are gonna ride out for me, period? Just because I'm gonna drop that bag? So I don't have to tell you, I wouldn't even touch you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop that bag and I'm gonna get your mother in. I'm going to show you what tough it really is. I'm gonna show you what gangster's really about.
But I just said that. That's what I just said.
I just said I'm a solid person, so I can't. I'm saying in general, I can't agree with that. None of that.
Guess what? I can't. I'm not knocking Keisha because Keisha is saying how she feels. Keisha's never been in a situation.
But listen, I'm not going down for nobody. I know I was in a predicament where I'm hanging with people that do fucked up shit. They robbing, they stealing, they killing. But I'm guilty by association. I understand that. Hold on. Let me finish. Nah, I'm not no civilian. Don't play me. Hold on, but let me finish though. The thing is that I'm guilty by association because those are the people I chill with. But guess what? I'm not going down for your bullshit because at the end of the day, when I come out, you won't hold me down.
But that's what
I ain't gonna get no job. I ain't gonna get nothing.
That's the difference. And that's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. There's a difference. Like when you bang, you understand what banging is. That's the difference. When you banging it is different from just saying, oh, I chill with Daffy, I chill with Keisha. When you bang, it's family. It's guess what? If you know that your brother killed somebody, you gonna go tell your brother?
Hell no, that's my brother. Fuck out of here. I'll be like, I ain't seen nothing, I ain't hear nothing. You ain't getting nothing. Damn word for me.
Banging is a brotherhood. Banging is a family, right? If you think about it, a lot of people go to gangs because they don't have the family at home. This is what they say. This is the excuse that they use, right? So now you have to understand it from a different level and a different point of view. Now, when I said Keisha's a civilian, right?
Look,
Keisha's a civilian because you gotta understand, she's not a part of the situation and she's not gonna put herself in the predicament.
You damn
she's
right.
Probably gonna be neighborhood watch.
You damn right. A bitch is watching.
Hold on. Thanks for calling DTF Radio VybeoutThursday's. Who's calling?
I can't hear. Oh, I know who this is. Hello? You can hear us? Yeah, what you gotta say? Scooter?
Chef? Chef. Huh? What was that? You said 6ix9ine is gonna switch because of. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's a once you so understand what I'm saying. I want to let you talk, but once you claim something, once you're part of a brotherhood, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, once you start claiming that, you can't. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
Hello? Yeah.
So everyone is saying, but even if you were to say where was that initiation, how many times have you seen people initiated? You actually seen celebrities initiated? Seldom, never. Casanova, never. You've never seen his initiation. He's Big 8. You've never seen his initiation though.
But how would we know he's Big 8?
What?
How would we know he's Big 8? I'm being dead ass. Because you guys,
he claims it,
but
he shows it.
But that because somebody claims and show it does not mean that they is.
But you have to understand, you can't claim something that you're not, especially when it comes to New York or Cali.
People do that shit all the fucking time.
Hold on.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like it's
you can't walk
it's understanding it. Like
no, he didn't.
I'm holding the phone. I got it. Nobody can.
Now go ahead, talk your shit.
She's looking at you. Right.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? How do you take your hand over? How do you know 6ix9ine is not blood? How do you know 6ix9ine is not blood? Okay. So it's more personal for you, correct?
She lied.
No, I'm asking because I want to know. I don't know, so I have to ask questions.
So the next one.
Okay.
But respectfully, I'm gonna say something respectfully. How many people we know right now that get jumped to a gang anymore?
That's what I'm saying. Like we keep saying he's not
Hold
real.
on.
But how do we know that? How do we know that?
I can't hear her. What you saying? Yo, listen, I'm from Queens. I'm from what they would call a neighborhood. But you feel me? At the end of the day, I understand the situation. I understand the code of the street because this is what I actually live. I never had to gangbang, but you feel me? But respectfully, you can't knock nobody for their opinion of what they're saying because this is what all of them are portraying. Now, when you look at 6ix9ine video, right? I forget what is it? Google, not even Google. What's the old one?
The very first video that he had in Brooklyn.
Hold on. You have all these blood niggas, red flaws. You have all these blood niggas. You have 6ix9ine throwing up blood. You have everybody doing this. So what you expect the outside world to see? So now, if I'm a big, and this was the whole controversy between him and Trippie Redd, if you want to follow up on these blood shit, right? Trippie Redd said he was not real Rob Blood, right? But you have 6ix9ine on live saying he is the real right blood, but nobody is stopping him from saying that. So at the end of the day, right, and you talking to a real nigga right now. So at the end of the day, if nobody is stopping me, right, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm legitimately initiated without being jumped in. Nope. And nobody right now is technically being jumped in because, look, come on, it's all about the back.
Nobody wanted me to say what I wanted to say one thing after you said what you said. Now you said because of who you're around or who you're affiliated with or where you live, you know that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Alright, so you said because of who you know or who you're affiliated with, you know that he's not real right? Let me explain something to you that I know about gangs. You cannot claim Crip, you cannot claim Blood, you cannot claim Child, you cannot claim Woo, and be out there with it. And I know why I said that. You can't claim it and jack it if you're not really it, because if you're not that, guess what's gonna happen to you? Somebody's gonna come see you, come check you. When he was doing that, nobody checked him.
You're right.
Guess what? West Coast blood, West Coast. But you have to understand, this is what's being portrayed, this is what's being put out there. So we only know. And let me ask you a question. So again, that's the question that I'm asking. If you know the street, if I say, yo, I'm Big A, and somebody come check me and I don't know what I'm talking about, what happens?
You get boom boom boom.
You might get fucking clapped for that shit.
And that was my point. That was my point. When you claim a set and somebody come check you and you don't know what you're talking about, you have to get beat down because you don't know what you. How you claiming a brotherhood? How you claiming something that you don't know nothing about?
I mean, anybody. Let's really think about it. If you want to talk about
it. Let's do that, but we've seen what happened. DJ, you've seen what happened when these guys drunk and they start, and then you see.
Niggas gonna look at you different.
In the middle of the club, bro.
Niggas gonna look at you like, yo, man, you was silly. What did you doing, silly Billy? Sit your little dumb ass down. You feel me? But now, this is why I said, and you have to respect it. You can't even get mad at it no more, right? You have to look at gangbanging now in this generation from when gangbanging was, bro. And it's not, and I don't want to talk about, I'm not even going to stay on this topic for too long because, you know what I mean, this is not what we're about. But at the same time, you have to understand. A little dude right now running the street, yo, my mate's gonna be black. Alright, yo, get moving along. You feel me? Now you got two little niggas that just joined blood. They ain't never had to get jumped in nothing. But now they're chasing the sack, they scamming, they selling the whatever, you know what I mean? So the big homie looking at, you know what I mean? We gonna take this little nigga under the wing like French fries. You feel me? And we just want to collect a bag from these little dumb niggas who don't want to use them.
That shit is
not realizing that half these little niggas.
They don't know how. Them little niggas don't know how it was back in the day. But go ahead.
But we gonna change the topic. We gonna change the topic right now. Right now, you know, topics do get spicy. So right now, I hope you're ready. We have gossip with Keisha. Now, Keisha's gonna talk to us real quick. That's the Dawson Keisha. Holla at us, Keisha. What we got?
I don't know what I got. I mean, we done covered like half the stuff that I actually did want to talk about. So that was just basically my damn gossip time because I wanted to talk about half the shit that was going on with, you know, the whole industry. But I do know that there was a thing with 50 Cent that he had to do something with the chair. And that was like surfacing all over social media. I didn't really get too much in depth with that, but, you know, 50 Cent's a whole nother.
Everything just goes right back to 50. Leave my son alone, man.
He's a whole other person.
The biggest trolls in the industry or ones that made the most money and they stayed relevant. 6ix9ine, 50 Cent. When what's her name from Queens was trolling the Barbie doll. What's her name? When Nicki was trolling, guess what? Relevant. Like, that's what you do to stay relevant. As much as you might not want to admit that, that's how it works. That's how you stay relevant. That's how you stay with the time.
Respectfully. So now we got a couple more minutes. We're gonna let DJ Daffy take us out. Right? We're gonna talk about it. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out DTF Radio, Vibe Out Thursdays, every Thursday from 4 to 7. I also repeat, that's 4 to 7 every Thursday. Yes, we expanded. Also, shout out the sponsors that we have. Shout out to Breezy Lake. Shout out Breezy Obama for hosting the Breezy Lake. We are sponsored by the Breezy Lake. And we are also sponsored by Huggy Bears NYC. Hit up Huggy Bears NYC and use promo code Vibe Out Thursdays and get a percentage off your next bottle of $100. Now, before we also leave, I just want to say thank you for everybody that's been supporting DTF Radio, Vibe Out Thursdays. Thank you for everybody that's been tuning in, calling in. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And DJ Daffy, take us out, all right?
You know what? I just want to fuck. Yeah, I mean, you have let's be real. You have females out there that's like, yo, I just want to fuck. You have dudes out there that says the same thing. I just want to fuck. Let's be honest. Now, you have the stage where, okay, we're not just talking. We're not just dating, we're actually, we're not just talking, we're not just fucking, we're actually dating. What happens there? You feel me? Like, another question that I wanted to ask, how long should it take before you tell a person or ask a person that, hey, you know what, I want to make it official? How long should it take for you to tell a person, hey, I want us to make it official? Should it take 2 months? And when I say official, like, I want you to be my girl, I want you to be my boyfriend. Like, should it take 2 months? Should it take a month? 3 months? 4 months?
I feel like you shouldn't put a time on it. If it's meant to be and y'all rocking out and y'all vibing, then go ahead and make that move. Like, I don't feel like you should put a time on anything. Just let it flow. If it happens, it happens. That's it.
I mean, sometimes I can agree with that, but I can disagree with that.
Exactly. That's what I was just gonna say.
Like, I agree with you saying because you can go with the flow, because just because you go with the flow don't mean that we can copy from each other.
Okay.
Now, what if we meet today, right? We may go next week. We're going out with dating, right? 3 months later down by the line, I find out who the hell you really are as a person. Hold on, stop. I'm shaking your finger, no, but it happens. Now, we listen. Where do I know you from? And that's my favorite line. Where you know me from? You feel me? Where do you know me from? Now, I met you today with eyelashes, hair, and makeup, but tomorrow you look like Beetlejuice. You feel me? Wig off, eyelashes off, trolling on the table. Like, but I'm just making a joke, but at the same time, I'm looking at personality-wise too. Because now, I don't know somebody randomly in the first 3 weeks, in the first 3 months. You feel me? It takes time to really get to know you, like, you feel me?
Okay.
Now,
so I got a question. So with that being said, Scooter, so you said that it all depends. So it has a lot to do with the sex, the chemistry. So let me ask a question. Does it have anything to do with the sex?
Not at all. Because it's not about the sex. If I'm dealing with your vibes, It's about the inner beauty, the inner soul is what I'm really trying to do.
I mean, that's all good and dandy, but if the sex is wet, they're not going to stay or you're going to cheat.
No, but
let's be honest.
That's true. I'm not going to say that's not true.
Let's be honest. I feel like a lot of us get it misconstrued that because the sex, it's not about the sex. That's what we all say. It's not about the sex. But let's keep it real. It is about the sex. Because how many of us is staying if the head is not good? How many of us is staying if she doesn't make noise or she doesn't talk to you during sleep?
Yeah, they ain't trying to rush.
You feel me? Like we can all pump fake it as much as we want, but if the sex is not good, a relationship majority of the time is not gonna last. Now, do you have instances where, yo, you know what? I'm here not for the sex, and the sex might be trash. And I know a lot of females that do this. The sex might be super trash, but they're so in tune with dude that it's like, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna stay. very seldom that happen with the males. And fellas, listen, you don't have to agree with me, but I don't know of one guy that's gonna stay and be on some, I'ma stay if the head or the sex is trash.
I mean, I can agree. You know why I can agree? Because I'm with mine 10 years later. You feel me? Like, that's how I look at it, nigga. I'm with mine 10 years later. She got that grease.
I feel like you could teach a person how to please you.
I can't teach no girl how to suck dick. That's respectful. She gonna have to learn
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know your body.
Correct.
If I'm with a person that's not doing it correctly, I'm going to tell them how I want this done because I know spots on my body that feels good and that's going to be
Understandable, but you got people that cannot reach.
Now, y'all thinking on an immature level, but if you really like this person, you can always teach somebody. Just like how we go to school. If you can't learn this, then we're going to get help for it. We're going to get a tutor for it. They're going to teach us how to do this and this until we get it.
Okay.
All right, so let's do
You
it.
cannot give up on a person because they're not good at sex. Now, people do cheat because of that, but I feel like that's not a reason. I feel like sex should not be a reason on why you gotta cheat. If you could teach somebody how to love you and please you, that should not be a real reason on why you should cheat. Because if you're going to cheat, then you should not be with that person at all.
True.
I'm not going to violate the person that I like and I feel like I want to spend the rest of my life with because they're not doing this right.
Correct.
Come here, baby. Let me teach you something. Let me teach you what I like so you could get it.
So let me ask.
That's an adult.
So let me ask. So let me ask a question now. I mean, and that's a very valid point. That's a great point. That's very good. But how do you teach a nigga to get a bigger dick? If he doesn't, I'm just being honest.
Certain parts, some dudes can't reach. You talking about you on spots. Certain spots is unreachable.
Hey, listen. I'm just talking about. I'm just saying. Reese, what's up? I'm just saying that a lot of times we say a lot of things, and it's like, yo, when it all boils down to it, are you really willing and ready to stick with that? Because how long you gonna stay with that 4 inches?
All right, but now let me ask you a question.
Hold on.
It sounds good. That's why people say it. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Respectful. Now,
Hold on. Not to cut you off, Suda. So Amazon, a big dick does not equate to good sex. 100% right. You are 1,000% right. But guess what? It still doesn't mean you're gonna get good dick with 4 inches. You know, the probability of you getting good dick with a 6 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch, and some of y'all females are just greedy. You just want to have a big dick to have a big dick. But let's be real. When it all boils down to it, once the chemistry is there, and he has a regular, normal to big size, it's pleasure. 3 inches, 4 inches, you know what?
that shit tickling them.
You know what I'm saying? It might not do the do for you. For some women love, you know what I'm saying, some smaller things. Let's be real. Some women love smaller things. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking any woman who likes smaller willies or franks or whatever you want to call it.
Vienna sausage.
But at the end of the day, satisfaction is everything. Now, it's a lot easier for, I would say it's a lot easier for a man to teach a woman than for a woman to teach a man when it comes to certain sexual acts. Like a woman, all she has is a vagina and a mouth. Like it has nothing to do with length.
But his
She could do Kegels and she could get it tight. But a man, whatever he has, whatever he's working with, that's it.
If you got 22 to 22,
You know me.
if you got 45 to 45.
But here's
That's it.
but here's the only thing that I'm saying though, to go based off of Keisha. Right? Now, like I said, I can agree with Keisha. I can agree with Keisha to an extent, right? Because yes, it's all about the chemistry, whatever y'all going with. But yes, it's also you want to say you want to teach that person, right? So we're not even going to talk about the Willie. I don't know why niggas are talking about big Willie, little Willie, anyway. The whole thing that I'm saying right now is that you have to understand something. You can try to teach that person what you like, right? You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't force them to drink. Now, what if you teach this person to want to stimulate your body in a certain way that you want? Quote unquote, licking the kitty cat, right? But son is just not into that. He's so pro kitty cat that he just won't do it. He might lick your toe before he lick your kitty cat. Correct?
Okay.
Now, let's talk about something else. Some female like to be held. They like the body interaction from their significant other, right? Now, what if that person is not big on touching? Nah, I'd rather sit next to you and converse with you than to sit there and really just hold you all fucking night. You get what I'm trying to say?
You got dudes that don't like being touched.
That don't really like being touched after they nut. Like there's certain people that want to lay on his chest. Oh baby, that was so good. Like you feel me? Like and niggas be like, nah, don't touch me. Like they're nasty. I just violated your shit. You feel me? And it's vice versa. So are you really gonna stay with that person? Let's be real about it. Or you're gonna find that affection, quote unquote, a side nigga. You feel me? Even if you just stay with your main nigga, you're gonna find a side nigga or a side female to fill that gap that your main person is not doing. So at the end of the day, I don't care about what's love got to do with it or none of that other shit. If you're not doing your proper job, you're gonna find something else. If McDonald's is not paying me enough, okay, I got the skill to work at McDonald's. Let me go work at Burger King as well. Let me have 2 jobs. There's not one person that sit there and say they satisfied with making $5 an hour. I don't care what nobody says. So if you're not doing what I need you to do, respectfully, I'm going to get it somewhere else, and I'm still going to love you, still going to be with you. I might not leave you because some people love won't let them leave.
Okay.
You feel me? And that is unhealthy. It's not healthy in a relationship. It may not be toxic, but it's just not healthy. Because of our love, I love you. I just don't want to let you go. But we're not doing what we're supposed to do mentally, physically, or you feel me?
So my son Sofa said, if a chick want to be held, then that means you're signing your soul over to her.
What?
What?
I don't know what's going on. But
I'm not
here's
entertaining
my thing to what y'all was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree to, you teach certain things to, your significant other, but then you still got to be positive. Because a lot of dudes don't like a girl telling them what to do. So if you sitting there trying to tell him, well, I don't like it that way, and he's sitting there taking it personal, like, what you mean? Like, I ain't doing it right.
Niggas is emotional.
Exactly. So that's why it might lead her to cheat.
I'm gonna say this.
It's more than one way.
You know what kind of misconstrued relationships when it comes to sexually? I feel like a lot of times, because of the good, great sex that you've had with a past partner before, you want your new partner to fulfill that sexual desire, and that would never happen.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this. Thank you. I'm getting a round of applause. And a lot of people, honestly, a lot of fellas, I'm gonna put the fellas on blast real quick. They don't live to please women anymore. I don't know how many times I've heard fellas say the same thing. I mean, not fellas, women say the same thing. Yo, he nuts so fast. And in my head, I'm like, yo, as a dude, you know when you're about to come. You feel it. So how do you not control yourself? Like, how do you not slow the stroke down? How do you not, like, caress her body? How do you not, you know what I'm saying, stop and try to kiss her and do stuff? Like, in this day and age,
I told out to run in a circle real quick. Hold on.
Respectfully, in this day and age, I feel like everybody's so selfish. Everybody's so selfish. Like, nobody wants to do this, nobody wants to do that. It's always about me. Even not even sexual. Like, oh, can you do this for me? Oh, what are you gonna do for me? What is that for me?
So corny,
but it's an overall statement. It's a general statement. Like it's overall. Like you feel me? And I don't understand that because certain things that you want that man cannot do, or certain things that a man wants that female cannot do. So it's up to you guys to figure out if this is gonna work or not. Don't leave that person on and tell them like, you know what, maybe but then you go down the line and you start throwing that shit in his face. Like, nah, this is not what you can do. I'm gonna throw it in your face because it happens. It does happen, and it happens a lot in relationships. And you know where it happens the most? Marriages. That's a fact. It happens the most in marriages, and that's why marriages, if you look up statistics, if you want to talk numbers, are the #1 cheaters. It's in a marriage. It's not in a girlfriend-boyfriend stage. It's in a marriage. It's when y'all commit, y'all start cheating.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors when it comes to marriage. I've never been married. I can't speak on it. I can't speak about it. Not only that, my parents are still married. They've been married for 33 years.
To this day.
So you feel me?
To this day.
To this day.
So I feel like there's a lot to it. I feel like a lot of people they never build a friendship when it comes to relationship. Like there was never a understanding. Then you could move on from not only wasn't there a friendship, but there was lack of communication. You don't communicate with each other, you don't talk to each other, you don't know how to understand each other. I can't tell you how I'm feeling, you can't tell me how I'm feeling, it's not gonna work. If we can't be open with each other, it's not gonna work at all. Guess what? This is now where the whole sex part comes in.
Right.
If I can't tell you, yo, babe, I don't like that. I don't like when you do that, but I prefer when you do this. It's not gonna work because in the back of your mind, instead of thinking and feeling pleased, you're thinking, why doesn't she do this? Or instead of thinking and being pleased as far as a female, you're thinking, yo, why doesn't he touch me here? Why isn't he talking to me? Why isn't he looking at me? You feel me? Instead of talking, like, I remember, and I want to say something real quick, and I always have past experiences. My ex, perfect example. We had sex, and I could tell that mentally she would be thinking about other things. Like, and I used to be like, yo, why the fuck is she thinking about this shit? You feel me? But then eventually, we got so in tune that literally she would come just like that. Like, boom. And then, when I say come like that, that's just from head. Like, damn, there's still dick to come. Like, you feel me? Pass out, over, done. You feel me? But it's all about learning your partner. Like, I had to learn her. I had to understand her. She didn't understand. She didn't know that I realized that things that she wanted me to do is shit that her ex used to do to her. And it's hard to talk about stuff like that, but when you're mature, you understand, like, yo, you know what? She might have liked this from her ex. Let me try to find and learn another way to please her. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so you like this, but there's probably another way that I can do maybe the same thing or something similar where it's not the same. Because, yo, really, truly, let's talk about it. You're really thinking about your ex during sex. Especially a lot of females don't like admitting this, but how many females out there, and I know a lot of y'all right here, right now, probably won't admit to this, but a lot of y'all think about your exes, or not even your ex, a good fuck, a great fuck, while you're having sex with that partner just to get a nut. I mean, you don't have to admit it, but I know it's a fact. This is shit that happens. You feel me? And is it fair? Is it right? I can't say yes and I can't say no. Because how you get yours is how you get yours. But I know for a fact, a lot of females are just not in tune with that guy.
But see, and that's why I say it falls off, because now it goes under miscommunication.
Yep.
You feel me? That's where, and that's what I was talking about to say, and Chef hit it right on the nose. Sex fails because communication fails.
Facts.
You feel me? Like, tell me what you like, and 9 out of 10.
See, all right, I'm gonna have to stop moving y'all. See, here's what I'm different.
Okay.
I like to find the spot. Don't have to tell me, because if I find it, it's lit for you, because you didn't tell me.
I won't say that.
You got some people that's like that though, that would like to find your spot without you telling them.
But that's what it's supposed to.
See, that's why it's different. That's why it's different.
Supposed to be that.
It's supposed to be fun if you have sex, and then if you can't find her spot.
That means you're not taking your time. You're not trying to learn her body. A female has multiple spots. Multiple spots. Not even just her vagina. Like, just certain parts of her neck, certain parts of her breast, certain parts of her side.
I know certain females that like the earlobe played with. You feel me? Play right under the little titty. You know what I mean? You better under it. Like, you feel certain shit like that. I ain't gonna
that's a fact. Like, certain dudes just don't have the patience for that.
But that's because they're how do you not have patience? There's nothing but time and space.
Yes, I just said it. We're selfish. You're selfish. Okay. You're not thinking, like, bro, a lot of guys out there, fellas, y'all be giving yourself a bad name. A lot of y'all just have sex just for you. You have no idea how good sex could be if you try, at least try to please her first. Last a good 5-10 minutes, fellas, first, before you get yours.
You know how I know a lot of dudes' sex game be whack when they be going around bragging like, yo, I had like 100 bitches this month and this that. First off, after probably like the third, fourth fuck for the week, you need to chill. Because you ain't pushing no more nuts unless you eating bad cashews and all that shit. And half these niggas in the club drinking Hennessy and Ciroc, they not really taking care of their bodies. So you telling me you smash on these bitches, what, 2 seconds? You get hard, but you're not keep going?
And then a lot of
not really learning.
On to the next.
And then on top of that, Daffy, you want me to put something on top of that? A lot of dudes be like, oh, yo, I've never gotten taken out for dinner. I've never gotten bought this. I've never gotten this. You want me to tell you the reason why?
Because you're not a bitch. You're not a female.
That don't got nothing to do with
a lie to do it. I'm sorry, I come from her what I do to take you.
No, but hold on, but what if a female is really jacking you and she wants to
If she's jacking me, then I shouldn't have to ask that. If she want to do it, that's her.
Alright, so let me ask you a question, Daphne, because listen to what you just said. So if she decides to do that, does that make you a bitch?
No.
So you just
No. I didn't contradict. He said they're asking that.
Oh,
No. When I say asking, a lot of dudes are saying that doesn't happen. Because I've seen a lot of females that say, hey, oh, I've never, a lot of guys that say, oh, a female has never taken me out. A female has never done this, never done that. And I'm looking like, so is it me, I'm just lucky or what? But then it all boils down to, guess what? She's gonna take you out for what? What's the reason for her taking you out? What's the reason for her catering to you? Why is she doing this? If you're not
deserving,
if you're not pleasing her, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do as a man, making her feel like the whole, how many times do you ask a woman what you're doing?
have you ate? What's your day like? Are you even okay?
You feel me? Like you need to be in tune. You need to be on something like, hey, how's your day?
Right.
Like I miss you. I want to come see you.
Right.
Like I don't know how many times I've seen it on live, on Instagram, on different platforms. WYD. In my head, I'm like, yo, how do y'all not have conversation with these women? How do you not try to find out what she's about? How do you not try to find out what she likes? Like, imagine I saw a woman that says, a female that said the other day, she got taken to a seafood spot. She's allergic to seafood. It's in my bio. Son still took her to Ben's Crab Shack. What is that saying to you? What is that saying to you?
A lot of dudes don't pay attention.
Yep.
A lot of dudes don't pay attention.
But then you wonder why did you get mistreated?
I wouldn't even, to be honest, I still can't even say that's being mistreated. Like, I'm not gonna expect, I don't look for a woman to take me out. I don't look for it.
Mm-hmm.
I never, like just like you, my parents are together for over
Right.
years. So I never, like, in a marriage, I get it. Got together. If Pops got it, Mom's taking out, or whatever, vice versa.
Right.
Well, we building something. Now, if you want to go out your way and take me out and do it, that's on you. I'm not expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a man, if I want to take you out, that's me. I'm a man. I do that. But I don't care what nobody. I can't jack and be crying about, oh, they don't take me. You're a man, dog.
But I agree with you. You know why I agree with you though? But you know what it is too? It's because a lot of the time, a man just want to feel appreciated. Now, giving me head, giving me pussy is
What
not
are you doing to feel appreciated?
Hold on, stop it, Frank. Listen,
Whoa! Easy on your friend.
now listen, understand this though. A man also wants to feel appreciated of what he's doing. If I'm coming, like say we be vibing, I come check on you every day. You feel me? You're the first person I talk to in the morning, the last person I talk to at night. Throughout the whole day, I'm making sure like you're good. Have you ate? Do you need anything? It doesn't matter if you at work. You feel me? Yo, babe, let me cash out you $50 for lunch. You feel me? She shouldn't even have to ask. Yo, babe, did you eat today? Nah. Cash out your drink real quick. You feel me? Real quick.
But hold on, real quick. Daphne said something. Now, me, personally, I'm going to tell y'all this. I cater to, but I'm spoiled as well. So, I'm catering to you, but pussy's not catering to you. No,
That's what I
head
said.
is not catering to you.
And that's what I
Guess
said.
what? Head, just like you have head, I have head too. You have a private part, I have a private part too. We're both equal. I want to know, like, yo, Give me that attention. Give me that time. Take me somewhere. As a man, I'm gonna take you out.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that. Any female that I've ever dealt with will tell you that. Like, yo, first of all, you could never be hungry around me because I like to eat. So we go eat. But guess what? Too many females expect so much and do so little. And fellas, I'm not just saying that just for y'all to feel like, oh, I'm trying to gang on the ladies, because fellas, a lot of y'all don't do shit but bring dick and headaches to females.
And then cry about we don't get taken out.
But you know what it is? But you know what it is too? You know what it is too? And I can't be wrong, so don't quote me on this. I can't be wrong. Look at the generation that we're in, right?
Yeah, what was
Hold on, stop. Listen. A lot of what we're doing now, dudes quote unquote scamming or whatever they're doing to chase these rats, right, are making these women lazy.
I agree.
Understand this. Understand this. A female don't even know, right? She let's look at it now. A nigga that's a scammer, he got the bag. He'll take he'll fake take a female that's not in that predicament and bring her up, right? How many can we say? How many females can actually sit there and say that they'll go for a broke man and bring him up if she has the bag?
None.
And I don't want nobody to cap and say, oh, I will do it because you're lying. Because the first thing y'all sit there and say when that song come on, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy. You feel me? So I don't want to hear none of that shit because now you lying.
Okay.
You feel me? Now you're lying. Now it's not like back in the day where both men and women brought something to the table. I work, you take care of home. Now it's I work and you got a burger. And you sit on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat, on Twitter all day, taking pictures of the bag I just got you, FaceTiming your homegirl like, hey, this nigga just got me this. But you're not doing nothing for that man and vice versa.
This is the new ages, and I feel
and that's why I said
everything is 50-50. Now, me, I don't have no problem spending money on whoever I'm with, because the same thing you do for me, the same way I'm gonna hold you down. When I'm low, I'm gonna need you to be high. When you're low, I'm gonna have to be high, because if that's together, that's what makes you build. That's what like, how can I put this? That's a way of building and having and when you want to move it together, you know, like, oh shit, all right, my girl got these set of bills, I got these set of bills. All right, I know that I can rely on this person to help me with things, and that person can rely on me to help them with things. If we're working in that order, a lot of people, can't say a lot of people, a lot of females think like, all right, a dude must do this and that for me. This is not the 50s, this is not the 60s. We're in new ages now where I feel like both parties should be able to hold each other down. And I know I have my low moments, so if I'm with somebody and I'm low, I'm looking for you to help me when I'm low, so I can get back to being high. Or when you low, I got you. That's how it should always be. I don't feel like it should always be 80-80 from this person all the time. You're always at 0 or you're always at 10. Now, we all have our parts when we're that 10 and your partner is that 80. But what people or what females fail to realize, not all the time your partner is going to be that 80, because shit happens. They can lose their job, anything can happen. If they scamming, whatever, that all can get shut down. Now your partner's looking for you to be that 80. And now that they're looking for you to be 80, you can't be that 80 because you wasn't doing nothing. So now you're stuck. Now you're stuck. And it's like your partner looking at you like, yo, what the fuck? I've been holding you down this time. You can't hold me down.
I'm gonna say this. Because a lot of people always say to me, oh, chef, you know what I'm saying, you always, you know what I'm saying, you try to be the nice guy, you try to be this, you try to be that. I'm going to be honest with you. Listen to me. And I mean this in the most, 10 minutes actually. I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I am not a scammer, okay? I don't have the money and whatever that y'all be trying to look for. Do I believe in taking care of a woman? 100%. Do I believe?
Scratch that. Mm-hmm. Taking care of being there is two different things. taking care of a woman means you're gonna take care of them. They don't gotta work. They don't gotta do shit. Rephrase how you saying that because you need your woman
the reason why I say taking care of is because I've been in the position where I've taken care of my woman. But the reason why I say that is, guess what? If I'm taking care of her, she's gonna do this. She's gonna do what she can do to make sure I'm good. Hence the reason why I don't want to change that. I'm big on, guess what? I'm gonna do what I have to do as a man, but the way we have this shit misconstrued nowadays is, I want a Louis bag, I want a Birkin bag, I want this, I want that. But what are we working towards? Like, what's our goal? Like, do we have a house? Do both of us have a car? Like, can we afford this? Like, we live this rapper mentality, this rapper lifestyle. I'm not that rapper. That's not me.
But Chef, it also goes what females see. You on Instagram, they see you got nice clothes, you this, you that. They're automatically gonna be like, oh no, this nigga gonna take care of me. He gonna buy me a Louis bag. He gonna buy me that Birkin.
That's not true. Because
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm saying that's how a female looks at it.
Yes, but you can hit that right then and there. A person who doesn't say nothing right then and there is going to automatically make her assume she's going to follow that story. And now you have to lie to keep up. Now you're going to have to do that scam me to buy that Birkin bag because you front it on the brand. Trust me, I know a lot of people who front on the brand just so they can get these chicks. So now I'm looking at it when you're saying that, I'm like, no, not necessarily, because I've been approached like, yo, no, I'm not. I am broke. No money feel. Sorry.
What's up, yeah, my dad? What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? I nip that in the butt because I know where that leads. That means you have to lie. You have to do all type of shit that you don't.
That is like, but they're not stupid. They're not trying to be nobody trick or gold digger or nothing. Cause they're like, nah, hold that. They're like,
yeah.
They're like, no, hold that. Like, that's a dub.
Listen, I have enough for us to be comfortable, for me to live comfortable. But at the same time, like I said, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say on this topic, I feel like a lot of, and you know what it is? It's not even females. It's a lot of people have Instagram misconstrued. A lot of people go out and guess what? I'm gonna show you the Birkin, I'm gonna show you the Louis, I'm gonna show you the Gucci, I'm gonna show you the Dior. But I'm not gonna show you that, yo, I really live in a basement apartment. Or I really live at home. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and I have a roommate. And guess what? It's all about perception. It's never really about getting to know that person, vibing with that person, connecting with that person. And guess what? The reason why I can talk like this is because I've been there. Every dude wants the bad bitch. Every dude wants the bad bitch. But the funny thing is, a lot of these bad bitches come with so much headache, and they don't do shit because they're so accustomed to being taken care of. They don't understand the value of a dollar. They don't understand that, yo, I left from work, I just came back, and I'm tired, and I can't afford these luxuries right now. But if I save up, you might get something good for your birthday.
Right.
Well, because how I see it is because.
But a lot of females is not like that though.
Yeah, because people, and this goes both ways. People look for a handout faster than they look for a handout.
Yeah.
You feel me? They always got their hand out to take from you, but they don't never got their hand up to help you build something bigger and better.
And not for nothing, everybody's big. Like she said right here, everybody's big on image. Everybody, oh, Atlanta is the way. Let's go to Atlanta. Mind you, rent's coming up.
Yep.
You're gonna put that money on a credit card.
You damn right.
You feel me? You could have paid some sort of bill with it. But everybody's so big on this perception, on this drug dealer, this, oh, I have to go here to prove a point. To who? Right. Who are you proving this point to? Yo, you know how many people go broke just for Instagram?
Yep.
just for Instagram. This is the crazy part.
And then you got niggas
stuck in Florida, can't come out because they ran out of money flexing.
Yep. And then you got niggas that be sitting there showing off, spending all this money, but don't got no place to live, don't got no pot to piss in, no food to eat, no nothing. But they flexing. That's the thing. Morals. Nobody don't got no morals. That's the thing. Everybody just Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, you gotta get this shit together.
Get it together, people. We tired of your shit. 2020, stop acting up. You already got bad vibes in this motherfucker. 2021, we gonna start cracking. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, I understand what I'm saying.
Look, Dream said females was stuck in ATL. Like, come on, like that's your priority. Doesn't that mean your priorities is type crazy? Also, Amazon says, regular girls with 9 to 5 and a real body don't get enough praise. Get you a bad woman, not a bad bitch. Respectfully, I can respect that.
And you know what's crazy? I swear on my life, I was gonna make a post like this on Instagram, right? Recording myself, but I didn't have the right background. You feel me? I just felt like my background wasn't right. But I was gonna say that, son. Us as people, we don't look at the working woman no more. We look at the girl who's getting money from the next man.
We do look at the working woman. But you see, the working woman think every dude ain't shit because they was dealing with the dumb crackheads and drug dealers and scammers. So when they do find them, they're fed up.
But that's not what I'm saying. When I say appraisal, how many times we sit there and say, yo, to a working woman, yo, I appreciate what you just did.
Now
You feel me? And that's a fact. Now that the corona dropped, and she either a paramedic or what you call it, a USPS or a cop or a fire, whatever. Now all of a sudden it's thank you essential workers. You feel me? Now it's thank you because we have no choice. You feel me? Now that's where we get everything misunderstood. Like, yo, a lady that and this is me, I love a woman, hence my girl. I love a woman that works a 9 to 5, has no problem with it. You feel me? Instead of looking after that nigga or that man that they're looking for that wants that spin that bag, right? And then guess what? You're stuck. Because when dude is locked up, you're gonna have to sell that Burke, that Chanel, that Louis, that Gucci just to put $5 on his books. Instead of having a girl that you can appreciate that has a 9 to 5, and if something goes wrong, shorty's there for life, bro, because you gotta know how to treat them, bro.
Last thing I'm gonna say, because we got 2 more minutes. Last thing I'm gonna say, and then we go, and that's it for me. I really think that we need to understand this. There's no such thing as a perfect man. There's no such thing as a perfect woman. You know, my son Doza said that you gotta understand that if there's more pros than cons, that you need to work with that person, especially if you love that person. You feel me? Pros, work on the pros and cons. Like, yo, see, I would say this about my ex, like, yo, she was stubborn as shit, hard-headed, Taurus, but not for nothing. I could always say that she always made sure I was good.
Yeah.
Always made sure that the littlest thing that she could do for me, even if she didn't have it, she did. A lot of females don't do that. And guess what? She wasn't on no scamming shit. She wasn't on none of that bullshit. But it was that little dollar. Like, yo, if I know she had $1.75, I'm good for that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Next week we're back at it again. I want y'all to know each and every Thursday we here. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for chiming in. That's it for me. We out of here, man.
Like,
comment,
subscribe.
Shit.
You already know what it is, man. DTF Radio, we here with my guy.
School Beat on the Limit every Thursday from 4 to 7. We here, DTF Radio, VybeoutThursday's with.
You already know your girl, Dustin Keisha.
Shout out to my guest, DJ Davey, who did us crazy today. You know who's your boy, official DJ Chef. 4 to 7, baby. We on this.
We out.